Right now at 5, a death investigation is underway after a body is found in a busy La Crosse park.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozorowski. Amy is on assignment and will join us live in just a few minutes. Police are investigating a body found in La Crosse's Cameron Park. News 8 Now's Dua Israr joins us live in the newsroom with what we know so far. Good evening, Dua.
Ken, early this morning, La Crosse police officers responded to a welfare check in Cameron Park. A woman was found dead in the park. Police say there are no safety concerns, but some community members disagree. The body was found in what community members say is a high-traffic area. Apartments, downtown businesses, and a grocery store are all nearby. The school district of La Crosse's Polytechnic School is just across the street from where the body was found. Community members say this is a reminder that a solution for La Crosse's homeless crisis is necessary.
This is just a little bit shaky to hear. Yeah, it's really sad, but I mean, I think more people should know about these things because it is important that people are aware of what's going on in their community.
On Monday, Houska Park's campground permit expired. No hotel vouchers were given to individuals this year. The city's homeless service coordinator, Brian Sampson, previously told News 8 people should expect to see an increase of unsheltered people in public and private spaces. Police have confirmed the woman visited the park frequently, and they say this is an ongoing investigation.
All right, thanks very much, Dua. And as she mentioned, this is a developing story, so as always, we will have more updates as they become available. So for all the latest local news, download our free News 8000 app right to your smartphone or your tablet.
Well, as advertised, it was a rather soggy day across the region, but these high temperatures in the upper 60s to around 70 degrees, they were set long ago before sunrise, and then temperatures plummeted as that cold front came through this morning and have been dropping ever since. Cloudy sky in downtown La Crosse, just a few spits and sprinkles of steadier rain right now in our eastern and southern communities, and that's where the bulk of the activity will remain for the next couple of hours before a second surge of moisture arrives later tonight. Just some lighter showers around the La Crosse area. But again, if you look down to the south and west, an area of low pressure just off your screen is going to lift more moisture across the area overnight, and that's going to spell more periods of rain after midnight. Current temperatures are cool, low to mid 40s in the La Crosse area, close to 50 in Boscobel, only 39 in Preston. High school football forecast for tonight. Boy, what a difference a week makes. Showers and cooler, north winds of 5 to 15. With those scattered showers, kind of depends on where your game is being played on those rain chances. Again, they're higher to the south and east with temperatures steady in the lower to middle 40s, and they're going to remain steady overnight in the low to mid 40s as well. Again, that next surge of moisture after midnight with more periods of rain likely into our Saturday. I'll have the detailed weekend forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks very much, Bill. With just days to go before the midterm election, the candidates are calling in big-name allies to rally supporters to the polls. And our very own Amy DuPont is live at UW La Crosse, where Senator Bernie Sanders is stumping for Democrats.
We will pass a Medicare for all single-payer program. These are not radical ideas. These are ideas that exist all over the world and what the American people want. And I want to say another word, obviously, of importance to you, and that is education. You are the future of America. Your generation is. And
we're having some technical difficulties with Amy. We'll check back in with her when those technical difficulties are taken care of. Now, Sanders will be speaking to students also in Madison tonight. It's part of his 8-state, 19-stop tour leading up to Election Day. Now, the Democratic senator from Wisconsin is also getting the word out about Election Day. Senator Tammy Baldwin spoke with News 8 Now today about what to expect this election. She says Wisconsin, as a swing state, consistently has tight races, but so much is at stake this year. Baldwin believes every Wisconsinite, no matter their political knowledge, should hit the polls on Tuesday.
It's easy to vote. You can vote early. And so we're just spreading the word, especially among folks who maybe just turned 18 or 19. This is their first election. They need to register.
Now, early voting in La Crosse ended at 5 today, but of course you can still vote at your polling place from 8 in the morning until 8 on Tuesday night. 2 Republican candidates on the ballot responded to Senators Sanders and Baldwin. Derek Van Orden, running for the 3rd Congressional District, said Sanders, Baldwin, and his opponent, Brad Pfaff, have called for radical left policies and socialist spending that made it hard for our families to buy gas and groceries. Now, Senator Ron Johnson, who is running for re-election, had a similar response. He says a vote for his challenger, Democrat Mandela Barnes, is just another vote for Bernie Sanders' socialist agenda that increases inflation and reckless spending, raises taxes, and makes our communities less safe by defunding police. We will post both candidates' full statements on our website, news8000.com. A former top elections official in Milwaukee is now charged with felony misconduct in office. Prosecutors allege Kimberly Zapata sent fake military ballots to a Republican legislator who had advanced election fraud conspiracy theories. Zapata told investigators she did it because she wanted to expose vulnerabilities in elections. Zapata is also charged with 3 misdemeanor counts of election fraud. She faces up to 5 years in prison if convicted on all 4 counts. Now, Wisconsin's chief election official says Zapata's alleged actions violated election law and undermined the trust of the public. Megan Wolf says she recognizes the now former official's decision does damage to public confidence in the election, but Wolf adds the election system is designed to swiftly catch attempts to cheat elections. Wolf says Zapata's alleged stunt does nothing but waste valuable time.
These stunts do not impact the integrity of the election. They do not exploit vulnerabilities. They are caught, but they do cost local election officials valuable time we should all agree is better spent preparing for the election.
Now, Wolf says this year a record 10% random sampling of the reporting units across the state will be undergoing a post-election audit. That's when poll workers will publicly hand count the ballots to compare the totals to the voting equipment to ensure accuracy. And the WEC is confident the election is safe and secure. It is safe to say that the COVID-19 pandemic changed our day-to-day life, including how we vote. According to La Crosse City Clerk Nikki Elson, 60% of voters in La Crosse voted absentee. It was a significant increase from the election years prior to the pandemic. Nelson says despite the positive turnout for absentee voters, she's doubtful that we'll see that many people vote absentee again.
As the years have been going on, absentee is becoming much more popular, be it by mail or the in-person absentee ballot, but not the jump like that.
Elson anticipates that up to 25% of voters in La Crosse will vote absentee this year. Coming up after the break, a run at 2024. Former President Trump's team could announce another run at the White House later this month.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we've helped hunters gear up for deer season for over 67 years. So when it's time to head out on your upcoming hunt, we have what you need, all at fair and honest prices. Like 10 packs of Grabber hand warmers, just $5.99. All in-stock buck knives are 20% off. Plus, while you're in for hunting gear, get up to $70 in rebates when you buy 4 Cooper tires. Rewards members get an extra $50 instant savings.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
The Cooley region has been good to me and my family, and I wanted to give something back. That's why I ran for the state assembly. And I've tried to do good things in Madison for the people of western Wisconsin. Wisconsin is facing a lot of problems today, and we need people who understand how things work. Right now, Wisconsin has a $5 billion surplus. With that surplus, we need to cut taxes. We need to fix our roads, and we need to fund our schools, and we need to do that now.
No 2 sets of eyes are the same, and nothing should keep them from getting the expert eye care they need. That's why we'll cover your cost of your insurance copay or your eye exam. Schedule your eye exam at pearlvision.com.
Dr. Mehta knows pain.
Oftentimes, I see patients with pain in their knees, their hips, their back, and it's actually coming from their feet.
Her suggestion?
It's as easy as going into a Good Feet store.
Come in for your free arch support fitting.
Improving your home? Gift cards, free installation, half off, save 20%? No. More choices, lower prices? Yes. The Board Store is locally owned and has been serving homeowners over 30 years from our La Crosse showroom. We don't believe in bribes and baloney. You get the same fair prices any day and every day. Windows and doors, bathrooms and kitchens, sunrooms and siding. Designed to installation, a team of over 70 to complete your project on time and on budget. The Board Store, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse.
I was in law enforcement for over 40 years, and I can't imagine a better attorney general than Josh Kaul. He's a real prosecutor who's locked up murderers, serial rapists, the really dangerous guys you want off the street, and kept them behind bars. And he'll work with anyone, Republican or Democrat, to get it done. Look, there's more we have to do, but the only one I'd want leading the fight against crime is our Attorney General, Josh Kaul.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Former President Donald Trump is reportedly preparing to announce a presidential bid for 2024 later this month. One source says the timing of the announcement could depend on how Republicans do at the polls. Some top advisors have told Trump to make his declaration in a battleground state that he closely lost to then-candidate Joe Biden in 2020. But others say Trump should stay put and make his statement in Florida, where he has strong support from GOP voters. A Trump spokesman declined to comment. Twitter employees have been bracing for bad news, and today, many of them got it. Tanya updates us on the company's mass layoffs underway that are just a week after Elon Musk took over the company.
With offices temporarily closed, Twitter employees received the bad news at home, many of them tweeting they'd been cut off from their work accounts. That included Simon Balmain.
I found that my work laptop was remotely wiped and access to Slack and Gmail revoked.
The layoffs came as new owner Elon Musk overhauls the company, looking to cut costs after last week's $44 billion buyout. He had previously indicated plans to cut at least half of Twitter's 7,500 workers.
Twitter now has to pay $1 billion in interest payments every year to their lenders, which is more than they have brought in profit.
Those who still have jobs had to fight for them.
This is like a Hunger Games contest where the few remaining staffers who at least for now are still there are trying to prove that they are worthy of Elon.
Workers filed a class action lawsuit Thursday night saying the layoffs violate the law requiring a company to give notice before mass layoffs. And beyond the staff cuts are questions of how Musk plans to manage the platform's content.
So many of my friends rely on Twitter for news, and it's frightening to wonder about the future of Twitter.
As the layoffs spread, Musk was at a conference in New York where he blamed activists for a drop in Twitter's revenue.
Recently, had a lot of difficulty with activist groups pressuring major advertisers to stop spending money on Twitter.
Musk accused activist groups of trying to destroy free speech, calling it an attack on the First Amendment. Tanya Rivero, CBS News, New York.
In his first day as new owner, Musk fired Twitter's top executives, including the CEO. Still to come this evening, battling the seasonal blues. The short days and lower temps can hit us hard, but health experts say they are ready to help.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grau. It's been a soggy day for many, and there's more rain on the way for the overnight and tomorrow. I'll have the details coming up next.
I'm Steve Doyle. Public safety has always been my priority. I've been endorsed by the Wisconsin Professional Police Association, the state's largest law enforcement organization. These are the men and women who put their lives on the line every day to keep us safe. They've had our backs, and I've had theirs. I don't just talk about public safety. I have a record of supporting our officers, cracking down on dangerous criminals, and fighting to keep our community safe. That's why I'm the candidate of law enforcement.
Reclaim your garage with Edsel Shelving at Menards. These heavy-duty steel shelving units are designed to hold more and assemble easily in minutes. Perfect for your garage, basement, or workshop. All 11% off at Menards. Light up your garage, storage space, or workspace with a 3-panel LED bulb from GT Light. This powerful 8,000 lumen bulb lasts 50 times longer and is 10 times brighter than a traditional incandescent bulb. Pick yours up today and save 11% at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Under Tony Evers and Joe Biden, it's been bad, but it's gonna get much worse because winter is coming. That's right. Reports are saying natural gas heating bills are going up by 28%. Inflation has already caused pain at the pump, grocery checkouts, on rent. But this fall, there's still time to stop the winter pain by voting no on Tony Evers before he makes it even worse, if that's possible.
When you safely dispose of the unused medications in your home, you protect your whole family. But when our whole community does it, we can protect so many more. Wisconsin often leads the nation in safe drug disposal, so let's keep it up. Participate in the next Drug Take-Back Day in your community, or find a year-round safe disposal drop box near you. Get started today at doseofrealitywi.gov.
Radical Tim Michaels is extremely divisive.
I don't care who I offend.
And at his company, the culture comes from the top. Multiple court filings say women were sexually assaulted, harassed, and pressured to have sex with their bosses.
If she refused demands for sex, she would be blackballed from working on a pipeline job.
Higher-ups dismissed the women as liars and fired those who spoke out.
I don't care who I offend.
That's how Tim Michaels runs his company. Don't let him run our state.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Now, the days are getting shorter and the temperatures dropping, and health experts say many start feeling down because of seasonal affective disorder. Symptoms include feeling more tired or sad, wanting to isolate and stay away from friends and family, and either undereating or overeating. Now, health experts at Gunderson Health Systems say even if you felt like this in the past, it's still a good idea to try to slow those symptoms before they start.
The important thing is that we don't have to feel down and depressed and kind of like we want to withdraw, we want to retreat. Some folks might just be kind of used to that, but they don't have to experience that.
So if you feel like you have symptoms as the season changes, Harris recommends getting in touch with your primary care provider and building a game plan to handle the darker months of the year. She also recommends making sure you get as much sunlight and fresh air as possible and keep fresh foods in your diet. Sunday is the end of daylight savings time, so we'll fall back an hour to gain an hour of sleep. And sleep experts say even this time change can still throw us off a little bit. They suggest making some changes now to kind of ease your body into it, like adjusting your sleep and wake times by 15 or 20 minutes a day. Limiting caffeine and alcohol before bed can also make the transition easier. So falling back an hour is something to look forward to, but the skies this weekend may not be so cordial. Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl has the latest.
Yeah, we're still going to have to deal with rain tomorrow, but Sunday is looking mainly dry. But we could use the rainfall, so not all bad news. Rainfall totals over the past 24 hours, say from Winona to Black River Falls and south and east. Many spots in these green shaded areas, ½ an inch to an inch plus. Lighter totals to the north and to the west until you get into some thunderstorm activity last night that produced some locally heavier rainfall as well. But we are not done with this quite yet, so we're going to add to these totals. In fact, right now, the steadiest rain showers now south and east of La Crosse, Juneau and Adams, southeastern Monroe County, eastern Vernon County, all of Richland County, and some rain. Same with Crawford County, eastern Allamakee, and then just some spotty showers and drizzle closer to the La Crosse area. Otherwise, cloudy skies. Temperature topping out at 68 degrees before sunrise. Really fell quickly once that cold front moved through, and we spent the better part of the days in the 40s. Averages are 52 and 34, and 0.61 inches of rainfall out at the La Crosse Airport. So we're now above average for the month of November, but still just over 6 inches below average for the year. 43 degrees with a cloudy sky. Feels like 39 with a blustery north wind. 43 in Eau Claire. Also feels like 39 there. Still a very well-defined cold front now has pushed through our area. Look at the temperature contrast. 43 in Kansas City. Other side of the front, 80 degrees in St. Louis. Unfortunately, that's why they're dealing with severe weather in the southern plains at this time. Our LeVar area firmly entrenched in the colder side of this front with low to mid 40s. A good 20 to 27 degrees colder right now than this time last evening because of the frontal passage. Again, winds out of the north now at 5 to 15, even causing some wind chills in the 30s. So if you're heading to a prep football game tonight or anything else outdoors, dress accordingly. Probably have the rain gear handy as well. Now, the greatest rain chances this evening south and east of La Crosse, but this low is going to kind of ride along this frontal boundary that's going to stall out, bring another surge of moisture overnight and into tomorrow. So Sky Tracker shows that nicely with the better rain chances this evening south and east, but watch what happens after midnight. Another surge of rain, even some isolated thunder overnight and into our Saturday as the low spins right across the area. Still some scattered showers until late afternoon, and then things finally start to dry out. And then heading into Sunday, mainly dry with a mix of clouds and sun, but rather windy tomorrow, even a little bit blustery on Sunday as well. Additional rainfall totals, again, lightest to the north and to the west. maybe a half an inch to an inch around La Crosse, inch plus in many of our southeastern communities, and perhaps even more in southern and eastern parts of the state. So for tonight, 43. Those scattered showers this evening, best chance of south and east. That steadier rain arrives after midnight, 43 for the low. 49 tomorrow is all, with periods of rain, rather windy as well as they move from the north to the southwest. And then Sunday, 55. Again, don't forget to set your clocks back with the end of daylight saving time. As we mentioned, 50 degrees on Monday. Election day, small chance for a shower, 54. Another mild surge midweek, 60s, but another chance of rain by Thursday. And look at that, a dump of cold air might cause those showers to mix with some snow showers on Friday with a high of 45. Mainly dry next Saturday, but my goodness, highs only in the 30s.
Oh man, it's that time of year now.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bill.
Okay.
Up next, a 40-year tradition. A local school is serving up savory meals and smiles for 1,400 guests.
Monday on News 8 Now this morning, the $1.5 billion Powerball jackpot is still looking for a big winner after Wednesday's drawing, but people still bought lucky tickets in the Twin Cities. And meteorologist Derek Sibley will have the latest on your forecast to plan your election week. We'll see you back here on Monday. We hope you have a great Friday night and a great weekend. More News 8 Now is coming up after the break.
The Board Store Home Improvements is thankful for over 12,000 customers. As a veteran-owned local business, we appreciate your business the past 33 years. We would love to thank you. Stop in and say hi.
Wisconsin. Are we better off under Tony Evers? Our cost of living has skyrocketed. Evers has proposed painful tax increases and tried to raise the gas tax by 20%. Wisconsin is also less safe because Evers' parole board released hundreds of murderers and rapists early. Victims' families weren't even notified, and many of those criminals committed crimes again. Wisconsin, Tony Evers has failed. It's time for him to go.
A new day has dawned on the all-new Maury's, Audi, and Volkswagen of La Crosse. Feel the luxury of Maury's Audi as soon as you enter the new state-of-the-art Audi dealership. Audi technology and style incorporated into Maury's La Crosse Audi sales and service. Maury's Volkswagen La Crosse features an upbeat, high-tech atmosphere. Having service done, enjoy our relaxing lounge as you wait. Come experience excellence at the new and improved Volkswagen of La Crosse. New building, new location, same friendly staff. Maury's Audi and Volkswagen of La Crosse.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland.
As in real dairy. It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor.
Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese. But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
It really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to Delicious.
Nice.
This is fentanyl, so dangerous that one pill kills. They make it in China, smuggle it through Mexico. Across our border that Joe Biden surrendered to cartels and gangs. Brad Path backs Biden's open border agenda 100%. Fentanyl killed 1,200 people last year in Wisconsin alone. Now every town is a border town. Path won't stop the drugs, so we have to stop Brad Path.
I'm Derek Van Orden, and I approve this message.
E.T.'s in Hawaii for a Magnum-sized exclusive.
Come on, Michelle, let's go. Ooh, don't have to tell me twice.
Next, E.T.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
7 years of hunger prevention. For the past couple of months, students from area schools have been busy preparing for the 7th annual iFeed, an event to alleviate hunger in our area and across the globe. So tomorrow, 25 teams of community members and students will package over 80,000 rice and soy meals. And while these teams are busy at work, students will help collect goods from a food drive. If you're interested in joining the fight against hunger, the food drive will be open 8 to noon tomorrow at Logan High School. Crucifixion School in La Crescent is gearing up for its 44th annual roast beef dinner tomorrow. People of all ages can enjoy freshly baked pies and roast beef. Organizers expect over 1,000 guests, and proceeds from the dinner will support the school. Organizers say the dinner is a community effort.
There's a lot of preparation that goes into the roast beef dinner. We rely heavily on volunteers, as you can see in the background, to make this successful.
The dinner begins at 3:30 with both dine-in and takeout options. We'll have more details on our website, including ticket prices at news8000.com. We'll have a look at what's coming up at 6 after the break, and Bill will have another look at your weekend forecast.
You've heard what women say about working at Tim Michaels' company, that they were groped.
A male superior groped the crotch and inner thigh of a female employee
and pressured to have sex with their bosses. And now we know more. According to an attorney involved in the case, when the only woman on a Michaels road crew was sexually harassed on the job, the company did not take it seriously. From the top down. From the top down. If that's how Tim Michaels runs his company, how do you think he'd run the state?
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we've helped hunters gear up for deer season for over 67 years. So when it's time to head out on your upcoming hunt, we have what you need, all at fair and honest prices. Like 10 packs of Grabber hand warmers, just $5.99. 2 packs of men's Realtree hunting socks, only $8.99. While you're in for hunting gear, save $100 on this DeWalt 80-gallon air compressor. And this 50-foot extension cord is only $44.99.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
The lessons I learned growing up in Brownsville still ring true today. Work hard, take responsibility, and do your best. But that's not happening with Tony Evers. Evers released Wisconsin's worst criminals, killed jobs, paid people not to work, and he let so much more go up in flames. I'm Tim Michaels. It's time to stop the madness. As governor, I'll take the values I learned here and put them to work for Wisconsin.
Tim Michaels for governor.
At Drury's in Fountain, we've been getting ready for the holidays. With furniture for your living room, dining room, and bedroom, we have many of our best-selling styles in stock. Upholstery and leather from Stressless, Flexsteel, La-Z-Boy, and Smith Brothers. Dining rooms by Canal Dover, Amisco, and Canadell. And bedrooms from IFD and Daniels Amish. Our favorite brands, available for immediate delivery. Best of all, it's all on sale now. Quantities are limited, so hurry into Drury's in Fountain for the best selection.
His job was to serve and protect. Instead, reports say Dave Estenson assaulted and preyed on girls for years. One report of sexually assaulting a teenager. Multiple reports of Estenson trying to coerce girls into sexual favors to avoid citations. And Estenson wants to ban all abortions, forcing victims of rape and incest to carry their predator's child. Sexual predators belong behind bars, not in the state Senate.
Why shop the Habitat Restore? We offer new and used building materials, furniture, appliances, home decor, and more at 50 to 70% off retail pricing. New items arrive daily, so it's never the same store twice. Find us on Facebook to catch sneak peeks of products throughout the week. Feel good knowing your purchase helps build and repair homes in our community, as 100% of profits stay local and support Habitat's mission. Open Wednesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. off Highway 16 past Woodman's.
This Friday night, could Donald Trump run for the presidency again? The news about when he could declare his candidacy. Plus, it's that time of the year again to turn back the clocks for daylight saving time, but why the tradition may be a thing of the past soon. And we go on the road with a story about on the road in America's classrooms. You don't want to miss it. Tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And coming up on Newsday Now at 6, a one-on-one with Bernie Sanders. We catch the independent U.S. Senator before he steps on stage to stump for Wisconsin Dems just days before the midterm elections.
Best rain chance this evening south and east of La Crosse, so keep that in mind if you have outdoor plans, maybe heading to a prep football game in those locations. Otherwise, another surge of moisture overnight. Steadier rain after midnight, 43 for the low, so low to mid 40s overnight, and then highs only in the upper 40s tomorrow with periods of rain, windy as well. Drier Sunday with highs around 55.
All right, thanks, Bill, and thank you for joining us tonight at 5. We'll see you at 6.